Today, we're going to look at how to create a new Google Analytics account and get it up and running with Tag Manager. And we'll see that it's pretty easy to do this and do it very quickly. When you start with Google Analytics for the first time, you will see this page where it asks you to create an account. It kind of takes you through a wizard. So you can start off by giving it an account name. So we can call it my Analytics account, call it whatever you want. Then it asks you for some data sharing settings. If you like, you can turn these all off or you can turn them on, whatever your choice is. When we go to the next page, it asks to create a property. Here we give it a property name, so we can call it, you normally name it something after your website or after your business. So we can call it my website. Set your time and you set your currency. I am in Canada, so I set Canadian dollar. Set my time zone to my time zone. Then we go to the next business details. It just asks a little bit about your business. It kind of helps to set some things up. So let's say that we are in business and industrial, a small business. The next question is around business objectives. That's kind of what you want to do with your website. So this is where the new Google Analytics actually customizes a little bit more than the old version did. So we want to say we want to examine user behavior and we want to raise brand awareness. And let's say we want to drive online sales. You can choose as many as you want. We create, we have a terms of service, which even though we've already told it what country, we have to choose our country, and we accept, and then we can start collecting data. The next step is we choose a platform. So our website, we give it the name, so worldwideweb.testwebsite.com, and then we give it another name, stream name, just to make it a little bit easier to tell. So my website stream. Now, a stream is basically a feed of data that comes from your website to be captured by analytics. So we give it the name of the website and we give it a name just to make it pretty and easier to find. So then we create the stream and we can start collecting data. Now, there are some installation instructions that come up, but we can ignore those because we're going to use Tag Manager. So when we get a website stream, we now have our analytics all set up. But we have to connect it to our website, and we do that through Tag Manager. What we need is our measurement ID. So I'm going to copy the measurement ID, and then we're going to skip over to Tag Manager. In Tag Manager, this is what you see when you first go into Tag Manager for the first time. We want to create an account. So again, we give it a name. So my company, and set our country, our container setup, my website.com. It's a website. We can do other things with this, but we're going to focus on the website for this quick sample. We create it. We accept the terms of service. Then we get this page. Now, this is where you have to bring in probably your developer, or if you've created your website, you have to do this yourself. It gives you two snippets of code. These pieces of code have to go on your website for this to work. So at this point, copy these down, contact your developer, and ask them to put them on every page of your website. Now we have to finish setting up our Tag Manager, and it's very simple to do to collect our basic statistics. So first off, we go to variables. I am going to create a variable that is called my GA4 measurement ID. Set the configuration to a constant and put in that number that we just copied from our analytics. Save it. We go to our tags, and tags, I call this my GA4 basic tag. A configuration of Google Analytics, a Google tag. My tag ID is set equal to that variable for the GA4 measurement ID. And my triggering is on all pages, and save. That's all we need to do to get our tags working. We submit it. We say basic tracking and publish. and we're done. So now, once those little pieces of code are put on your website, which you may have to involve your developer with, now we are tracking our analytics. So you see, once you decide to track your website with analytics to track your usage, it is a very easy 1 minute process to set up basic tracking on your website. The only catch is that those two pieces of code, you may need to contact your developer to get them put on every page of your website.